Lauren, it's Monday and there's only 19 weeks until I get to see you IRL. The number has a 1 in it. And like you, since our friendship began, my concept of time has changed very much because, 19 weeks isn't that long at all after waiting like 36 weeks for when I last came to Nashville and 40 weeks when we went to VidCon, so 19 weeks? Nothing. So in August you'll be visiting the UK for the first time, and I think it may be your first time abroad as well, which is a strange privilege to have because it's like you're giving away your Americanness or something to come to England and visit me, which is great, and I can't wait. But it got me thinking, like, I need to entertain you for like 2 weeks. And while the prospect in itself isn't much of an issue, I've started, like you, having to think of things a bit differently. See, there are millions of tourists who visit the UK every year, and they get excited over the things that we, as a British nation, take for granted, like the men who wear the big black hats and the red guards who stand outside Buckingham Palace itself, the English countryside, afternoon tea, things like that. We take for granted, but it hit me the other day that these are things that you might actually want to do. But when I thought about it, I remember the first time that I went to London for Summer in the City 2012 and how excited I was when I went for a drink with my friend Barney and we went to sit by Tower Bridge, and I was like, oh my god, we're by Tower Bridge, because I'd never seen it before. Even though it's something that people in London may take for granted, or we as a nation take for granted, it's like I'd never seen it and I get excited for seeing it. And then it hit me that that's probably how you and Jonathan are going to feel when you come and visit. You see, it's just the little things around us that we take for granted every day that you don't think that other people are really interested in, or that people would be interested in. But then people are, and that's why people want to see them. And that's what makes this country really great, because there are many things that people want to see here and people want to do. And we just say, that's, Big Ben, that's whatever. But really, it's like, oh my god, that's a great big monument, this like historical and got so much information and things behind it, and so only very recently did I get excited about the fact that I get to show you all these things, because it's things you've never seen, and the idea that we'll get overly enthusiastic about things like Big Ben and the men in the big black hats and Buckingham Palace and afternoon tea and British money and whatever. It's like, it's going to be so awesome and it's so exciting, and I can't wait for you to experience it like I do every day. And that also made me realise that there's actually a whole bunch of stuff that I can show you when you're here, and that makes me so excited because I was really struggling for things like, oh, how am I going to keep them entertained for 2 weeks? But you know what? It's going to be great, and I'm so much looking forward to it, and it's going to be awesome. So if there is anything in particular that you want to do, or Jonathan wants to do, I mean, we've already kind of discussed it, but let me know in your next video and then we can make Uber plans and stuff. Whoop! And I'm so excited. Did I tell you that I'm excited? I think I'm excited. So that's pretty much all for this week. I hope you're well, and I hope you've had a lovely week, and I hope you continue to have a lovely week. I look forward to your video next Monday, and you shall see me in 2 weeks' time. DFTBA, and I'll see you on Monday.